Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Developer Voyage. This is the first episode of a series where I'll learn the basics of the C programming language. I'll do this by following a free interactive C tutorial. Feel free to follow along with me by using the tutorial over at learnc.org yourself. Before we jump into the first chapter of the tutorial, I just want to say a few words about learnc.org. It's a completely free interactive C tutorial. All the materials can be found on GitHub and the license is Apache 2.0. You'll find the links to the tutorial as well as to the GitHub project in the video description below. So with that, let's get started. Here we are on the learnc.org starting page, and we'll start today by learning some basics. So let's start with the first chapter, Hello World. The C programming language is a general-purpose programming language which relates closely to the way machines work. Understanding how computer memory works is an important aspect of the C programming language. Although C can be considered as hard to learn, C is in fact a very simple language with very powerful capabilities. C is a very common language, and it is the language of many applications, such as Windows, the Python interpreter, Git, and many more. C is a compiled language, which means that in order to run it, the compiler, for example GCC or Visual Studio, must take the code that we wrote, process it, and then create an executable file. This file can then be executed and will do what we intended for the program to do. Our first program. Every C program uses libraries, which give the ability to execute necessary functions. For example, the most basic function called printf, which prints to the screen, is defined in the stdio.h header file. To add the ability to run the printf command to our program, we must add the following include directive to our first line of the code. Include stdio.h. The second part of the code is the actual code which we are going to write. The first code which will run will always reside in the main function. Int main, our code goes here. The int keyword indicates that the function main will return an integer, a simple number. The number which will be returned by the function indicates whether the program that we wrote worked correctly. If we want to say that our code was run successfully, we will return the number 0. A number greater than 0 will mean that the program that we wrote failed. For this tutorial, we will return 0 to indicate that our program was successful. Return 0. Notice that every statement in C must end with a semicolon, so that the compiler knows that the new statement has started. Last but not least, we will need to call the function printf to print our sentence. Let's try the exercise. Change the program at the bottom so that it prints to the output hello world. As we see here, we already were given the include stdio.h line. Then we have the int main, printf, and now it just says goodbye world. So let's change goodbye to hello and let's run it. Hello world was the output, so this was correct. And we can continue to the next chapter. So that's it for this first video in my series on learning C. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.